Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I release a legacy video every Friday. Hello everyone, Martin here, back with another legacy video. Back playing Doomsday in this 4-color combo control shell. Trying to follow up on the good times I had when last I tried this Triumph of Saint Katherine sideboard pivot. Made a couple of adjustments just because it seems like that blue-black Scaminator whatever deck is just very, very popular. So against my better judgment, I have decided to try out 3 Leyline of the Void. Now why 3 and not 4, you may ask? Well, this is a deck that I don't think, or rather in that matchup, I don't think we want to like mulligan into Oblivion to find it, which might seem counterintuitive. So that, then say why not run 4? But I do like that this is sort of we may have it, and even if we don't, we may be able to play it with a Dark Ritual later on. And I just wasn't able to find room for the 4th, to be honest. So I don't know. I might not be approaching adding ley lines correctly here. I've never been a big fan of the 3, but I've let myself be persuaded to try it out. So I'm going to try it out. We'll see how it goes. The good thing about Leyline versus the blue-black Reanimator tempo deck is it just really does make them into a sort of hard cast Grief and have Orcish Bowmasters as their only way to really win. And with our 4 Plows and 2 Bowmasters and 2 Dismember, I kind of like where that leaves us. Obviously, this has, this is good versus a lot of like graveyard synergistic decks. Normal black-red Reanimator comes to mind. But who knows? We might want... I could see myself like boarding a single one of these in versus, I don't know, let's say an Uro deck or something. Though maybe against that deck I might want to just be fast combo. But just to say that we are able to make black too. We are also a Dark Ritual deck though. So the concession I made was to cut one of the Carpet of Flowers, which does feel kind of bad because that card is very good versus tempo and just also pretty good versus a swath of other decks. But I think the ley lines might be better versus specifically blue-black. So we shall see. The main deck is the same as last I played. We have the full 4 colors here. The Veil of Summers. I would love to have a room for a 4th Veil. I just think there is so much black shenanigan-y things going on. But I have 3 for now. 3 the One Ring. Just grown so pleased with them. And also really, really pleased with the Undercity Sewers. I am toying with the notion of playing a second. I'm not going to lie. It would probably be in lieu of the 3rd Underground Sea. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to mull it over, and I'll probably try it at some point. But I think that's enough for the deck tech. Let's go jump into the league. Okay, on the draw in round 1, and I actually remember the name of this opponent. I believe it was the blue-black Scaminator opponent from the last round of my previous league, so that's interesting. I'm going to keep this hand. It's sort of all cantrips, but, cantrips lands a force. I'm not going to hate that. They also might not be on the same deck, but just, I do remember that username. Probably because it was the trophy match, so, I don't know. I was kind of a bit more sort of primed. Okay, certainly not blue-black Scaminator. Mountain Go. So, like, could be a Goblins matchup, could be Painter, could be Burn, could be even like Boar's Initiative. Don't think we want these. Looking for Doomsday or the One Ring now. Don't hate Dark Ritual if we find one of those cards on the next turn's cantrip. Mostly worried about like Cavern of Souls into some kind of lock piece. Okay, Chrome Mox, sure. Okay, so this is some kind of stompy deck. Simian Spirit Guide, okay. Name sticker, Goblin. So if they have 2 nasty cards in hand, then like if they have, I guess, if they max out here, they'll have 6 mana plus 1 from the Chrome Mox, so that's 7. So they could play like I don't know, like Goblin Matron into Goblin Ringleader. But I think I'm gonna be happier letting this resolve. And like, imagine if their hand is like Muxus plus a land or another Spirit Guide or something. I'm gonna let this resolve, and I'm gonna counter whatever they make with this. Let's see here. They only got 4 mana, so they can't play Muxus, but they have 5, I guess. Goblin Rabblemaster. I'm guessing their last card in hand is Muxus. I'm gonna force this Rabblemaster. That should slow things down. There is a world where I end up regretting this if they have, like, maybe if their last card in hand is Bombardiers, but then it's still like, I still think it's probably fine to counter this. All right, that's countered, and we pass the turn. I'm gonna brainstorm here most likely, unless I draw exactly Doomsday, and we could just be happy and win. But all right, so a bit of a whiff here. I'm gonna put back the Oracle and Tundra, I think. And I'm gonna ponder here. That means losing the ability to force of will, but I think that's okay. I could have gone for Tundra. Maybe I should have, but we still have Petal to make white mana if we need to. Oh, crap. Okay, they are casting something here. Battlecry Goblin. I don't think that's the counter. I could be wrong, though. Like, if my intuition is correct and their last card in hand is Muxus, then they're a mana short. Or they're 2 mana short, actually. But yeah. They can attack with this guy here. We take 6, so we are on a fast clock here. Alright. How about a Doomsday? Yes! Haha! Okay, that was lucky. Let's play out our artifact rocks here. Not concerned about like a main deck Mindbreak Trap or anything. So not really, I think, worried about anything. All right, I think I'm going to make this pile here. I'm going to put Thassa on the bottom, and then I'll cast Consider and crack LED, and then I'll put Teferi on top just as a blank card. That goes into the graveyard, and we cycle through the rest of the pile. This puts us on at 1 life. So if their last card in hand somehow deals us 1 damage on our own turn, then we lose. But I don't think that there is such a card in their deck. This would be a prime time for me to say something like that, and then having not completely read Battlecry Goblin or something, and it can throw a goblin at me for 1 damage or whatever. But yeah, so Thassa on the bottom, and then the cyclers. Okay. Be sure to hold down Control to maintain priority here. As we cast the Consider, we sack the LED, and Teferi can go into the graveyard. We cycle through the 2-Street Wraith and the Edge of Autumn. We get the Thassa, and that's all she wrote, hopefully. So, from my experience, what has usually been most important in this matchup has been the One Ring. Like, because there's a lot of time where you can't Doomsday and then pass the turn. So the most sort of gangbusters scenarios usually involve, like, unless you have the nuts and you can just win on the same turn, then it involves like if you have both Doomsday and the One Ring in hand, and then you ritual out of the One Ring, and then draw a card, have protection to time walk them, and then on the next turn you have enough mana to cast Doomsday and then have 2 draws stored in the ring. But that's obviously a lot to ask for. We need the Dismembers. I think they are like a Chalice of the Void deck, and sometimes I see stuff like Trinosphere out of them. So I think we also want like access to Boseiju, and maybe like 1 or 2 plows, though I'm not like, I don't think it's a winning formula to be like 1-for-1 removing creatures. The Dismembers are there primarily for Magus of the Moon. Let's see here. How much would we want to board out? Certainly the Veil of Summer. The Veils of Summer. That sounds like a band, huh? The Veils of Summer. And I guess I might cut one Teferi, one plow, and leave it like that. You could argue to cut a days. Like counter magic is not amazing versus the Spirit Guide Cavern of Souls deck. Okay, this is a keeper. Put mulligans to 6. We're missing a Dark Ritual, obviously. Dark Ritual or even like a Lotus Petal would be amazing here. Okay, opponent found 6 that they like. They have the Cavern, so we can't stop the Goblins, but no turn 1 play. Okay. Think I'm gonna ponder. There is a slight temptation to just play the Undercity Sewers, get the Surveil, and then pass, but yeah, don't think so. Them not naming human at least makes me not concerned about Magus of the Moon. Get the Underground Sea and cast Ponder and hope for oh no. Wrong black card. Doomsday Force. Let's shuffle that. Draw Brainstorm. Yeah, don't think we can complain too much about that. Okay, I'm expecting fireworks here. There's an Ancient Tomb. Is this the name sticker? Oh, it's just Broadside. Okay. So, Broadside attacks can fling itself, I think. Can it? Or it has to be another creature. Okay. Yeah, let's cast a Brainstorm here. Okay, we can put back like one of the Doomsdays, and I guess the Undercity Sewers. And I think I just pass here, and probably I dismember the Broadside. We shall see. They're playing something here. Another Goblin. Name sticker. I can also kill that. I think I'm going to kill that actually. But then what's the plan? We could also we could kill the name sticker, or rather counter whatever the name sticker brings into play or tries to cast, and then we dismember the Broadside. The Broadside basically stops us from ever like going Doomsday Pass. So I think I let this name sticker resolve for that reason. Let's see, they only rolled 4. They rolled the full 6 here, so they have access to 8 mana. So hopefully they just go like Muxus, we counter, and then they don't have a play for 2 minutes. Wow, what? Sick. Okay, they're just passing. And this is the time to kill the Broadside. Fortunately, it's going to cost me 4 life. But I mean, I was taking 2 of those anyways from the attack, and so this kind of. Oh wow! All right, so we have to think about this. They didn't play anything for 6 red mana, so that kind of tells us something. It kind of tells us that their hand is probably something like a Mindbreak Trap or a Surgical Extraction. If it was anything like a Chalice or a Trinisphere, they would have cast it. If it was a Goblin of any kind in their deck, they would have cast it. So we know they're not sitting on a Goblin. We know they're not sitting on like a lock piece. So they have to be sitting on like either another like couple of lands or some kind of lock piece. And I think, or not lock piece, I mean interaction, like probably like stack-based interaction. They could be sitting on Pyroblast, I guess, but that would be awkward for them. But so I think what I'm going to do here is I am just going to I'm going to cast Doomsday. So Doomsday, I'm at 5. And I suppose we could cast the LED this turn and pass, and then go for the Doomsday. Gosh, this is hard, right? So if I play Lion's Eye Diamond now and I pass, and then I force whatever they play next turn, then I take my turn, I cast Doomsday, it's spell number 1, and then I cycle a Street Wraith, cracking LED. But then I'll be at, let's say, I take 2 from the Namesake Goblin, I take 1 for the Force, so if I'm at 8, then I'm at 4, then after Doomsday, I mean I'm at 4, so I can only Street Wraith once. So I Street Wraith, I draw Edge of Autumn, and then I'm still not playing around Mindbreak Trap, if you see what I mean, because I would have to like cast a spell. It just seems pretty obvious that they would have something, right? But can I afford to wait? And am I gaining enough by waiting? So I think I am actually going to wait. And then I'm going to cast Consider, maybe, in the end of turn. Okay, so they're losing their City of Traders. They didn't pay mana or tap mana, so they're still sitting on whatever. Okay. But now they can Pyroblast. I think I Consider here. And that just resolved instantly. Okay. So I am going to... I don't know. I'm going to put this on top because I'm going to draw it, and then I can use it with the Surveil land. Okay. I mean, the Petal is another spell for Mindbreak Trap, so that's a problem, right? So let's say we cast Doomsday. That resolves. We cycle Street Wraith into Edge. Cycle Edge into Thassa. So there are 3 cards left in the deck. And then we crack the Misty to get the Surveil land. 2 cards left in the deck, and that then mills 1, but then the Thassa still loses to a Pyroblast. So we beat a Mindbreak Trap like that. That was what we were trying to play around before. But before they didn't have the red mana. So what happens if I wait one more turn, and then there's the potential for them putting some kind of hasty goblin through the cavern and just ruining my day? Like if at any point they draw a Broadside Bombardiers, we're dead. I think I am gonna make the play that loses to Pyroblast and like removal, but beats Mindbreak Trap. Okay, Thassa, Edge of Autumn, Undercity Sewers. Let's say card we mill can be a... There's a chance that they could like... There's a chance that they like shuffle our deck. So like if they have Surgical, in which case probably like putting in a cantrip is not the worst. It's like a Ponder. And then we can like put the last card to be Boseiju, so they're not seeing that. Oh, but man, they just concede. Goddamn. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to my opponent if I took too long time. They just got bored. But apparently they just didn't have anything. I'm gonna have to assume. All right, off to winning start. Let's go for round number 2. On the draw once more in round number 2. Gonna keep this hand with Doomsday and Force of Will. Need to get the mana figured out, but so far so pleasant. Another mountain strategy and a Chromox. Okay, is this just goblins again? Yeah, Broadside Bombardiers. This Chalice. I'm gonna cycle this to see if I can find a better card to pitch for. So like, A problem here, if I let this resolve and their next turn they play a Cavern of Souls, then this Force of Will is doing nothing. And this Brainstorm is doing nothing if Chalice resolves, right? But I do, with Doomsday and the Ring, I am kind of tempted to just let this resolve and figure it out. Watch me draw like a Dark Ritual here. Veil Summer. Lovely. Okay, I'm gonna play out Polluted Delta, and then I'm gonna surveil one with the sewers, and like if I can hit a Lotus Petal, that'd be really sweet. But I think even just like another land would be good. Yeah, fuck me, Cavern. And they put a Bombardiers underneath this, so they might have a second Bombardiers. I don't know what. Yeah. Yikes. Okay. So I take 2 here, and then they can throw the Chrome Mox at me if they want to, but I'm guessing they're not going to do that. Alright, so I think probably like another land is going to be too slow, huh? But we'll see. Well, we don't want Doomsday number 2, so let's put that in the graveyard. Petal, another One Ring. Well, these aren't like, okay, so let's say I force the Chalice. I don't think anything would have changed as of right now anyways, but like that One Ring, the draw could have been like a Brainstorm or a Ponder or something. But yeah. So if I draw like oh, now they have a lot of mana. More goblins coming. Yeah, I think I have to draw like a Petal right now to play the One Ring, and then I have to, with like the top 2 cards of the deck after that, have to contain like what do you call it? Like a land that casts Doomsday or another Petal. But yeah, let's see. Big draw here coming up. Okay, they do throw the Matron, so I'm at 10. I'm at 8 now, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so as of this second, they don't have the Muxus mana, right? It's 6 mana. But they do have like 4 damage on me from just throwing the Chrome Mox or whatever. Let's see. It's not a Petal. It is unfortunately a card we can't really afford this cycle, I don't think. So I have to force like another Chrome Mox here, and if they just have another land, and it doesn't matter. They could have a Spirit Guide. Okay. And they just had more. Lovely. So I'm just dead because they can throw the Muxus. So let me just see what they reveal here. Spirit Guides. Yeah, okay. Let's I think I probably just sideboard like I just did before. So we already saw this, the 2 Dismembers. And like 1 Plow and 1 Boseiju. And then we cut the Veil of Summer and the Teferi. Okay. Don't think this works. I'd be tempted if my basic island wasn't in my hand, because then I could like cast Edge of Autumn. But I am gonna mulligan. Yeah, this works. Let's keep, and let's bottom the Edge of Autumn. And see if we can like get to cast the One Ring. Not sure what the order of business here is. Like we could cycle Street Wraith first. I guess maybe the correct play would be to like fetch the Surveil land, Surveil, and then potentially cycle the Street Wraith. I would love to not get turn 1 Chalice here. Alright, there's a Chrome Mox. At least no Cavern on turn 0, turn 1. But it doesn't matter because I don't have the Force, so whatever. Okay. They imprinted a Muxus, Goblin Grandee. Looks like we are getting chaliced. Boo. Think that means I want to both cycle and cast Brainstorm here. I think even though I do have this Teferi, I'm gonna fetch an Underground Sea. Maybe that's not even true because we don't have Doomsday in hand, but we do want. Yeah, no, I am gonna get an Underground Sea here because no dark rituals mean getting to Doomsday is a little bit rough here. Okay, and we do want to get to Doomsday eventually. That is how we're winning. Okay, that was good. That was lovely. Kind of sucks that we're drawing the Thassa and the Teferi here, but so maybe I even put back Brainstorm instead of Teferi, and then use Pitch Teferi to the. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so I'm gonna force the cavern here, the chalice, and then I'm gonna cast the One Ring next turn, and then we'll see how we manage from there. Whoa, more Chrome Oxen? They have a second chalice here. That's. Oh my God, really? Oh, Thorn. Oh, the forbidden moves. Okay. Guess I brainstorm now. I see the Thassa plus 2 fresh cards, but it doesn't mean I am prized into like keeping these. Yeah, this is rough. Yeah, I mean we're kind of stuck here. Yeah, let's pass. Don't think I'll be winning this one. What a start, huh? Look at that. Their second turn, and they start their second turn with 4 mana and a Thorn of Amethyst in play. Yeah, I'm just gonna concede. We'll move on to the next round. Round 4, oh sorry, 3 on the draw once more. Gonna keep this hand a little bit suspect with the 1 land and Thassa in it, but still think it's probably okay to keep. Would be a little bit sad if I lost my brainstorm here, but we shall see. Ooh, holy moly! Yeah, now we need we need this ponder to hit a land. We do hit a land. Yeah, we don't know what kind of wasteland deck this is. I don't know who keeps a wasteland hand, but I think probably we keep the sewers and then we surveil away the second copy of the ring. We shall see. Oh, Ursa Saga. Okay, so it's not Delver, and now I'm kind of upset that I'm. Oh, Torpor Orb. Interesting. I think I probably daze that. Yeah, let's daze that. I mean, we can't win with a Resolve Torpor Orb. We have the answer here in Teferi, but no guarantees that we're gonna resolve a Teferi. Okay, so probably. So I don't know. This is tricky. So if unless their next land drop is a soul land, they'll need this wasteland to get a construct here. I think I'm actually just gonna mulligan, surveil the ring into the graveyard here. Kind of gives them a tell that we probably have another ring, but yeah, we'll see. It clears the ring. It gives us a fresh draw. Okay, Great Furnace. So I guess this is this might be like, I mean, main deck Torpor Orb, you immediately think of Phyrexian Dreadnought, so I'm not sure. But it looks like we're getting to keep our land here because they want to make constructs, and we draw Doomsday. So I think we brainstorm here. Too many things. Well, the Lorne Revealed is nice. we throw away the Veil of Summer, and then we, I don't know. It's either between, like, it's between Pondering or Lorien revealing end of turn. I think I like Lorien revealed because I think this Ponder is sort of looking for a land anyways. So they get a 2/2. The 2/2 is going to be a 4/4 soon. They saw us mill the One Ring, so they might, like, if they have a Pithing Needle. Oh, looks like we get to keep our lands for now. But they might get a Pithing Needle and name the One Ring. They might also get Grindstone. Oh, Didgeridoo. Hang on. Ding, ding, ding. What is this? Is this like a Murab kind of deck? I'm immediately concerned. I have concerns. I think we, I don't know, what do we get here? Like, if we get Tundra, that gives up on casting Doomsday, but I think, like, if I cast Doomsday and pass, I'm just dead. Like, if nothing else happens, then I'm just dead, so that's not going to happen. That's not going to be the plan. I do kind of like getting Tundra here, and maybe we can, like, get the One Ring into play. Yeah. So if I play Teferi here and bounce the Didgeridoo, like, if they have a soul land, but they didn't last turn, so if it means if they draw a non-soul land, like just a 1 mana source, then they aren't going to have enough mana to activate it next turn. The question is if they, like, if they wasteland us, huh? So I think I am actually going to. The thing is, I don't know if I'm just dead if this ever activates or if I have time. I think I may be just convincing myself to, like, bounce one of the constructs, but bouncing the Didgeridoo also, like, is -2 damage. Oh gosh, this is difficult. I think I bounce the Didgeridoo. Yeah, I don't know. And we do draw us a fourth land, so if we can keep our land here, if we can keep them from wastelanding us, that'd be kind of nice. Another Torpor Orb. Okay, I think I will Force of Will that. And if we just draw, like, a Cycler or a Brainstorm, we win here. And if we don't, we still make the One Ring and pass. This is crazy. Okay. Okay, so no Torpor, or no, yeah. What do I do here? Yeah, I think it is the play. It is just the One Ring here. Hope that if they wasteland us, it's the white mana they go after. Let's draw, and also kind of hope they don't have, like, a third Torpor Orb. Trinisphere, huh? Yeah, that's a problem. I'm gonna daze that. Hope they don't also have, like, a Spirit Guide. Could pick up the Undercity Sewers, but we need that. Oh, they have the Spirit Guide. Yikes. Okay. I don't think I can win now. Because we're taking 8 here. Like, if I draw another the One Ring, that sort of postpones things. I think I'm gonna draw 2. Yeah, I think we just lose. They beat us. If nothing else happens, they beat us down to to 3. We take 2 from our ring. Oh, bummer. Okay. So I don't know the didgeridoo. That is fascinating. Oops. Like everything else kind of spoke to. I've seen like that Agatha's Soul Cauldron deck floating around. But this seems, I don't know, like didgeridoo. Obviously, it means like minotaurs. Um, what am I boarding here? I don't even know. You'd imagine it's not a Magus of the Moon deck because they have Saga, but you never know. They are a Spirit Guide deck, and Spirit Guides often mean Magus of the Moon. Do we want like Triumph just to have an alternative to Doomsday with all those Torpor orbs? We can board out the Veil of Summer. I think having a Boseiju would behoove us. Days. I'll cut a Days. I guess I'll cut a Teferi. And let's try this. Well, we can, I guess we can Triumph of Saint Katherine in a couple of turns. I think they mulligan to 5. So I think I'm gonna fetch basic island here, and I'm gonna cast Brainstorm because in case I find a Lotus Petal, I'm actually able to speed this Triumph up by a turn. I don't, so let's put back, I guess, it has to be Triumph underneath, and I guess Underground Sea. Yeah. We drew a Brainstorm, so I mean, didgeridoo. Yep, can't stop that. Kind of concerned. I have concerns. Alright, I have to play a fetch here, and that fetch then has to get underground, or sorry, Tundra, because I can't plump down the Tundra here and then have them wasteland me, unfortunately. Well, the didgeridoo is on now. Alright, here comes the Triumph. I will reveal it, and I'll fetch. Get the Tundra, and then I will cast a Ponder. I'd like to find Force of Will. No Force of Will, but I do kind of like Days, and especially Teferi. Yeah, Days maybe not so much, but Teferi is nice here. Let's see. Let's see if something something murderous comes through the didgeridoo. They are singing. They are playing their song. Which one is this? Create whenever it enters the battlefield, create a 2/3. Minotaurs you control gain menace. Oh wow, and haste until end of turn. Okay. So I mean, I can't really work out if I'm gonna be winning that race. I can't block because they all gain menace. But they are paying 2 life to do this. But let's see, they might have more didgeridooers. I remember, like, I don't know, 7, 8 years ago, when Theros, the first Theros block came out, and people were saying, "Oh, this is gonna be like a Minotaur centric set because it was like based on Greek mythology or whatever." Didgeridoo is like on the reserve list, and I immediately bought like 4 didgeridoos. I've had them for that long. Maybe it's even like 10 years ago. Never played them. Okay, this can't possibly be good for me. Neheb. Whenever it deals combat damage, discard a number of cards. It has to deal combat damage to a player or planeswalker. Draw that many cards. Okay. Yikes. They don't attack. Interesting. So I could play my Teferi here, And Teferi could bounce something. I assume if I attack here, they're gonna like block with possibly everything. And if they do, then I can only kill one thing. So I have my choice between Neheb or Sethron. I don't know which one is scarier. Probably Neheb, because they can like start rummaging and add mana. I could also just attack here and not play Teferi, and then my Triumph dies. It becomes like one of my top 3 cards, and then I could like brainstorm into it if I got really lucky. I am gonna attack. Okay. So that just happened. So do they have like lethal on the backswing? Sethron attacks. You create a 2/3. Now this is when they enter the battlefield. Okay, so so that he can like make it so other like the Minotaurs gain +1/+0. So like 5 plus 8 +3 is 8 +6 is 14 +3 is 17. So I think probably I need to cast this Teferi now, and this Teferi needs to bounce something, but fuck me if I know what it needs to be. Maybe it's the didgeridoo actually. Like if they alpha strike me with everything down to I take a bunch of damage and then I'm at 6, but they'll be at 7. Oh, it's just not quite good enough. Yeah. Wow. Can't believe I'm like playing against Minotaurs, I hear. I wonder what the torpor orbs are for. Is this like Minotaurs with the Phyrexian Dreadnought? I suspect I'll never know. Okay, I think I have to bounce the didgeridoo and hope to draw something good here. I think I knew that was there, right? Yeah, I'll pass. I might brainstorm on their turn. We can't daze the didgeridoo, and then they may or may not be able to like activate it or activate Sethron here. I think I do actually like that. Okay, so they had a spirit guide. Okay, I'm gonna brainstorm now. We may hit force of will, I don't know. Well, we don't. Okay. Let's put back Cavern of Souls and this polluted delta, and I'm gonna lure and revealed. If I get another turn, that is. Okay, didgeridoo's in. Broadside Bombardiers. So I take 4, 8, 13, 15, and then I can take another 8. Is that lethal? Did I get to 15? So 4, 8, 13. Yeah, I'm dead. Good job. I may be more dead, I don't know, but we'll see. Let's see if they see it. I'm sure they will. I think they have me for Xaxes, right? Oh, they attacked Teferi? Okay. Then I don't think they have me, but I could be wrong. So they discard a spirit guide and draw a card. Okay. Interesting. So I'm at 10 and they can deal me 8 by tossing this? No, 7, right? Oh yeah, 7. I forgot. This is not, it doesn't lightning bolt, it just deals 2 plus. So they didn't have me for Xaxes. So they kill Triumph. So I think I take my draw here. It's not Triumph, but it is the One Ring, huh? That was kind of a not so draw. I think I do just cash this in. If oh, and there was a Triumph, bummer. Yeah, I was gonna say if it wasn't there, it would be kind of nice. Crucible Worlds, sure. So I take one here. I draw. I suppose I cast Ponder here. And there's a Brainstorm. So that's actually kind of cool. Okay, so I'm going to take the Brainstorm. I am going to Island Cycle here. I'm going to get another Underground Sea that I'm going to play. And then I'm going to cast the Brainstorm. Okay, sick. Okay, so I'll be drawing all of this, but Saint Katherine's coming into my hand here, and I'll pass. And then I can Dark Ritual and Dismember, paying 2 life, and then I can, with the 1 black floating and the white of Tundra, I can draw with the One Ring and get my miracle gal. Oh, I didn't even see the saga they just dropped in here. That's kind of nasty. The problem is we have to kill the Bombardiers before they commit any creatures to combat. Because if as soon as they are attacking, activate this ability only if this creature attacked this turn. So as soon as this creature is attacking, then it has attacked this turn. Yeah, I still am not at all convinced we're not dead here, but let's see. It's fun to keep playing. I mean, we could also just draw Doomsday. That could be the 3rd card down, in which case we just, like, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna survive this turn, and then it's the next turn I'm not sure about, right? Okay, so it's their turn. The saga ticks up. They are paying costs. Oh no. Okay, they're activating Hurly Burly here. Oh wait, do I just die? No! Oh my god. Yeah, all their things gain menace. And +1, so yeah. Oh, what was I thinking? Minotaur creatures you control gain menace. God damn it. Yeah, and it's too late. I can't, like, there's no way I can interact with this. Like, I can still dismember the broadside, but then I'm dead to the tokens. I could dismember Sethron, right? And then the 2 Minotaurs can attack for 6. And then the Bob, I take 6, I'm at 3, and then they just throw something else. Alright, I'm gonna... I am going to dismember this Joker, and then I'm gonna die. I suppose I'm not playing well here. There's no point. There's no reason for me to do this now. Like, the trigger's already on the stack, or the ability is already on the stack. Okay, so how do I manage to not spend my 3 black mana floating? Maybe by doing this, so I don't have Xaxes. Okay, I take 2, I'm at 7. I hate paying for Dismember. Pay 2 life. Pay. It also doesn't matter because I'm at 7, right? They attack me down to 1, and then I take 2 from my ring. So we need them to somehow mess this up giant in a big giant sort of way, which they aren't going to do. Never mind. I keep forgetting. I'm just terrible. This has Menace too. I think Menace is like my kryptonite here. All right. I am dead. Deader than a dead man's deadening. Okay. Ugh, shake it off. Stupid red decks. All right. Off to round number 4. Alrighty, on the play for round number 4. Weird hand. I'm gonna keep this for science. My daze is currently off, but I like Veil. Something about my opponent's username makes me sniff that there is like a tempo player hidden over there. So maybe we get griefed on turn 1 or whatever. In which case, the Veil is nice. You know, play Bayou. I'm gonna play out Petal to not play into a daze and just have the ability to also like Hail Mary Force of Will if my opponent is a combo deck. My opponent seems to have F6'd on turn 1. That's not exactly something a tempo pilot would do. So, Verdant Catacombs, okay. And they're passing. I think I will, if I don't draw land here, I'll ponder. Okay. I might just start off with this cycling of the Street Wraith. Like that. Now my daze is on. If what they're sitting on is like a Bowmaster's. Ooh. Still my heart. Yeah, let's that was this pretty amazing ponder, huh? So I feel pretty well set up here. We have basically everything we want. What's this? Oh, is this the hedge maze? Oh, no, what's this? Oh, it's the Bayou Surveil. I was like, that's not one of the Surveil lands. Okay. Right. I think we're set up to beat, I think, everything except like endurance probably. Okay, Worldly Tutor. Okay, so it's that sort of Golgari Reanimator deck. Cool. Well, let's hope they don't play like endurance. And let's be honest, why would they? Okay, so they're just they could play like Bowmasters here. So let's yeah, we're gonna cast Doomsday and we're gonna win this turn. The only question is, what order do we want to do things here? I'm gonna start off by casting Doomsday, and I am going to just build the normal pile here. We have an extra mana to spare, which I think is gonna be for Veil of Summer. We also have the LED already, so we can put like another card in its place. I have not made my land drop. I don't suppose it'll matter. But let's put the Cavern here. Okay, so Thoughts on the bottom with a cycler. Oh, misclick there. Yeah, so Thassa on the bottom with a cycler on top, and then the 3 cards we're going to brainstorm into. Oh, actually, hang on. So if I lead on Veil, they can't. The draws get weird. I Veil, and then I draw my Consider. Then I brainstorm and draw everything but Thassa. That should still be fine. Alright, I'm gonna just cast the brainstorm first. Let's see, like this is where they would Bowmaster us. Yeah, I could also just like daze them, I guess. Not show them the veil. Oh, Dark Ritual. That's a spanner in the works. Bowmaster, okay. I'm gonna Veil here. Other bowmaster. Ha. Days. I don't think it matters with the second bowmasters, like if it had gone into play. But yeah. Okay, so they're pinging themselves. So we put back, let's just say here, a blank and then the consider. Maybe make it the Cavern of Souls, the blank. Yep. And we have an extra cycler here, so that we're not going to use. Okay. Always yield. We can replay the land. Why not? Cycle the edge by sacking the bayou and sacking LED for blue. And consider. Yada yada yada. Alright, good deal. That was nice. Haven't really tried playing against this version of Reanimator before, but I suppose this is where we want the ley lines. And from what I've understood, they are sort of pivoting into, at least some versions of this, they're pivoting into like smog combo. So, and I just like, against this deck, plows just seem kind of nice. And I don't think we want our own bowmasters, but I don't hate some number of Triumph, like one maybe? I don't know. On the other hand, what am I saying? Like if we do that kind of game plan, aren't we just at some point gonna lose to their combo? I don't know. Still in the I kind of want to try it phase. So we have to make some concessions here. I might just cut the fast sort of turbo win. I'll cut a pedal. I don't expect them to be messing with my lands, but who knows? Maybe they are like a tempo version kind of thing that also play Wasteland. Teferi seems decidedly mid, and we're bringing in plows. Veils seem great. And maybe we cut a ring. I don't know. Yeah, these extra 3 cards are kind of filling things up here. Kind of hard to make room for everything we want. I'm going to mulligan this hand. On the play, I would keep it. Yeah, I'll keep this. Probably I'll cut a daze. And let's see. Dark Ritual. I'm just going to force that. Snap off. Not interested. I want, like, if they have Thoughtseize into discard, or sorry, into Entomb, whatever, I just, I want Veil open here. I think I play the Misty to not give off the scent too much, and I can fetch drop. I mean, this is an aggressive use of this force, and we're sort of already mulligan down a card, but there's a plow. Okay. So I'm going to pass for now. And then, like, if they end of turn Bowmasters, I'll just let it resolve and then plow it. And if they do something else, whatever. Okay. And they get to, okay, they get to do the thing, the Worldly Tutor. Okay. So what fatty are you getting into play? Is this Gristlebrand or is it like a Traxa? Yeah, this is a really nice synergy. It's sort of like Worldly Tutor becomes Entomb. There's a Traxa, okay. So, I mean, we can still plow a Traxa, but she gets to, like, net them a bunch of cards, which is not exactly ideal. I think I plow with Atraxa's trigger on the stack. Not sure it matters, but I don't know, if they play like something like Legolas's quick reflexes or something, that'd be kind of annoying. Okay, so Trax is dead, or no longer on this realm. So they get a bunch of discard. That's it. That's also pretty good, but at least we're set up to fight the first wave. They already had 3 cards. So hopefully, like, they grief us here. They take grief plus, I don't know, Thoughtseize or whatever. Okay, so let's see here. They chose Thoughtseize and Dark Ritual and Bloodstained Mire and Grief. So no Bayou. No Cabal Therapy. And they, I guess, Animate Dead too. Okay, so they're griefing, pitching what? Pitching the Animate Dead. So let's fetch the Trop. We Veil. Draw another Veil. Wow, that was really cool. But I'm concerned that they pitched the Animate Dead, because that kind of makes me think they probably have like Reanimate in hand or something. But yeah, we'll see. But drawing that second Veil was really sweet. Oops. Let's ponder here. Okay, Triumph is kind of cool. So I'm gonna put Triumph in the middle and then draw Underground Sea. And we will very, very likely be able to Veil into drawing the Triumph and have it in play next turn. Whether or not that's any good, I don't know. But, you know, it's a thing. Hopefully they don't play too many Atraxes. There's the Bloodstained Mire. Thoughtseize. How dare you seize my thoughts. And now they're tapping mana. I wonder what it is. Dark Ritual, okay. Is this like Bowmaster stuff? Or is it something more nefarious? Bowmasters, okay. I'm happy to tango with the Bowmasters if that's all they have with my 5/5 lifelink. Okay, I'm gonna reveal. Yes, please. I'll cast my Triumph here. Triumphantly cast her. And okay, so I'll draw the Cavern of Souls now on my draw step. And so if they discard me next turn, that's sort of yeah, they won't find anything. But yeah. Uh-oh, Entomb, huh? So like Triumph of Saint Katherine doesn't beat like any of the cheaty creatures, so oh, Swirl Gorger, that's so cool. Okay, so if they have to find another Animate Dead. Let's see if they do that before I find something. Alright, here we go. So they knew my hand, and they knew I didn't... oh, well, that's nice. More of the Surveil. They Surveil Polluted Delta into the yard. Okay, so they have 3 more Animate Deads. Oh, they're paying costs. Oh wow, they found it. Okay, so I'm dead. Yeah, they can just like keep blinking. I'm just gonna like take it through a couple of steps here, but they can keep blinking the Orcish Bowmasters and just shoot me for 22. So Gorger enters the battlefield, and then Animate Dead leaves the battlefield. And that means Gorger leaves the battlefield into the graveyard. And then Animate Dead, everything comes back. Yeah. That is, in fact, how it works. Alright. So maybe we need to mulligan a little bit harder for the Leylines in Game 3. Don't know that anything changes here. Do we want Bowmasters to answer their Bowmasters? No, right? They have so much discard. They're just going to take my Bowmasters and be on their way. All right, how about a Leyline of the Void? No Leyline, but I am gonna keep this and just hope that I don't like lose on turn one. They do have the capacity, I think. But I guess not, right? Like, if they go turn one Dark Rich, it would have to be something insane, like turn one Double Dark Ritual, Entomb, Bowmasters, and then Animate Dead. Because Entomb and Animate Dead alone on, like, turn one doesn't do it for Gorger anyways. So we Dark Ritual and Doomsday here. Then we do have the Street Wraith. Oh, but hang on, I boarded out. I fucking boarded out my Consider, didn't I? Yeah, I did. And my LED. Okay. So if I cycle Street Wraith into Lotus Petal and I cast that, and then I like draw. Yeah, I think I need to do that. Okay, so we draw Lotus Petal off the Street Wraith, then we draw, say, a Brainstorm. If they have Bowmasters, then it's fine. Like, we'll be at 7, and then we take 3. We're at 4. We can cycle Edge. We're at 3, and that's still fine. Not sure if I should be trying to play around removal on Thassa. Not sure I can really afford to be honest. Okay, so Misty Rainforest and Island are the last cards, maybe? Okay, let's see here. So we cycle Street Wraith right now. We draw Lotus Petal. Then we draw Brainstorm. There are 3 cards left in the deck. They are Island, Misty Rainforest, and Thassa. So we cast Brainstorm off of Underground Sea. We draw Thassa and the Island. Sorry, Thassa and the Misty, and we put back one of the blanks in our hand. I guess if they discard us 3 times on turn 1, which they could, but then they're not doing anything else, I don't think. So maybe that's okay. Yeah, let's try this. All right, so Island on the bottom, Thassa, Misty, Brainstorm, and then Petal. I'm playing out the Petal. I don't think they have, like, the chances of them having something in their deck that removes this Petal from play versus the chances of them having, like, the ability to discard it is not even worth discussing. So if they grief me now, then reanimate the grief, and then, like, grief me once more, so they take all 3 cards, then they have a grief in play. Then we Brainstorm on our turn, and I think we can still set it up to win. Dark Ritual. Okay, so they are a go here. They have the Entomb. Is this Atraxa maybe? I don't think Gorger does it, right? It could be Bowmasters if they think that's going to be good enough. If they have some juke like Iona or something, then they got us. Collect Roof. Okay. I mean, that means we can't go next turn. We can't win next turn, but we can still win later on. Okay. So they have Collect Roof. And so we Brainstorm now. And we have to pass one more time. And I'm going to put back Island and Thassa. So we can't have Thassa discarded. And I'm just going to pass here. I hope it's good enough. If they can deal us, like, No, they would need to deal us what 6 damage because we're fetching as well. So maybe like if they have Archon. Archon is 3 plus the oof is 5, so that's not lethal. Sure. They Thoughtseize it. Oh, they Thoughtseize themselves. Never mind. So now Archon is on in the graveyard, and they probably have an enemy dead or a reanimate coming next turn. But I get to win. Oops, I have to fetch. Pedal doesn't work. Cool. Cool. 2-2. So we have a positive record to fight for in the last round. Let's go. Okay, on the draw for the final round, I think I keep a hand like this. It's not amazing, but it's not bad enough to mulligan in the dark. If I knew my opponent was like on a naughty combo deck, I would probably mulligan here. And I think against the Scalding Tarn, annoying though it may be, I am going to fetch Basic Island and get my basic under me here and start cantripping. Yep, this works. Let's draw these 2 lands. I don't even hate the Teferi. I do kind of, I guess maybe this Misty gets a Bayou, because with the Tundra we're sort of lacking in black mana, but we do have the Dark Ritual, so I mean we're pretty set to go. Okay, opponent is doing something on the end step here. They are an Underground Sea Strat. Oh, it is Dredge. Yikes. Let's see how nuts they can go. They I was gonna say they didn't find they find 1 Dredger and a bridge. So that's nice for them. They get to dredge 3 or 5 here rather. What is this? It's the Rage Mother. Okay, so this is a card that rewards the zombie tokens. They hit an Archamoeba 1. And they hit 1 Cabal Therapy. Let's see if they can do more. If they can't dredge more this turn, then like they just get the 1 blind Cabal Therapy. Okay. Poxwalkers, what is this? Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere on their hand, return it to the battlefield. Okay. Alright, so unfortunately for us, like naming Brainstorm is a kind of popular thing here. And I have 2, but yeah. Okay, so they named Days. And they're passing. Okay, fortunately for us. Again, how did this work? This needs to come into play, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm no longer quite so interested in Teferi. So let's put away Thassa and they are like a Force of Will deck and stuff, I believe. Let's put away Thassa and Cavern of Souls. And they named Days before, so that's what they were worried we might have, and we have one now, so I don't know. But I guess maybe that's because they want to flash back their otherworldly gaze. But I mean, that doesn't matter anymore, right? Because now they just have they have the graveyard filled with Golgari Grave Troll and whatnot. Yeah, this is a bit unfortunate because the 1 Bayou is at the same time our 1 black source and also the 1 green source, so we can't really protect. Let me just make sure I understand this. So they surveil, so they put cards into their graveyard, but that doesn't dredge anything. It just sort of adds cards to the graveyard, which they're already like doing at a breakneck pace. I don't think I'm gonna do anything with that. Okay, so they put Cabal Therapy. They know about Veil. Now all their creatures have haste. Okay. So I am gonna Veil here. I kind of suspect they have Force of Will. It could also be Days. Let's see. Okay, that just worked. Okay, so they attack us for 4. Like any Doomsday, any like the One Ring, I'm just super into. Oh, look at this. Graphics are bugging out. Okay. So they get to go nuts, and all of their stuff has haste. Maybe they just have me here, I'm not sure. So the Ox, what does that do again? Draw 3 cards, they get to dredge 3 times. Oh wait, I could have just dazed that, couldn't I? I could have dazed the fucking Dread Return. I don't know what, I'm not thinking straight here. Another Cabal Therapy triggers 3 bridges. Do they have more Cabal Therapy? They do have one more. There's also a Dread Return in play. So let's see here. 2, 6. And so now I guess they are gonna use their Dread Return to bring back the bear as the last card. But am I dead already? Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 18. Yeah, I'm already dead, so I guess it doesn't matter. Let's just concede. I'm dead to the hasty goblins, even, or sorry, zombies, even if I daze this Dread Return. Okay, so I think Dredge is a deck that punishes you for not being familiar with how to play against it. I must admit, this particular version of Dredge, I've not played much against at all, and any Dredge I've not played against for like a really long time, so I'm not exactly sure. I think Bowmasters maybe, because they can like, first of all, they can like tangle in combat and all that, but they can also kill bridges. So like you can, yeah, you can shoot the Bowmasters itself when it comes into play to blow up bridges, I guess. I think probably Teferi is not that exciting. I'm also not sure how much of a counterspell deck they are. Did we even see one? I wasn't even paying attention. Like half their deck was in the graveyard. I don't think maybe that they are. I also think the One Ring, I don't know, like the One Ring would have slapped there at one point. I'll cut a Street Wraith and I'll cut Lorien Revealed. Alright, so this is the second sort of like graveyard-centric deck I've played against. And I do get a Leyline of the Void this time. Perfect. They just concede instantly. Wow. It's the fastest win I've ever had, I think. Alright. Cool. So, they didn't have an answer to that. They probably have one in their sideboard. They just didn't sideboard for it. I don't think that changed anything for us, so let's just resubmit. Could also be a strategic concession, like make me overvalue Leyline. Oh, this is not easy. See, I can turn on Doomsday, and I have Force backup, so immediately that's amazing, right? But I also have my single Thassa's Oracle in hand versus the, Cabal Therapy multiple times. I can't. This is tough. I think I have to mulligan this. Insane though that might seem. Okay, I get rewarded. Gonna keep this hand with Leyline, and I'm gonna probably bottom Days. I don't know. Like if they discard us turn 1, they're gonna take the One Ring, leaving Brainstorm or Days. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bottom the Days. See how low they're going. They stopped at 5. I have my Leyline. They're not instant conceding this time, so Assuming they have an answer somewhere in their deck. Hopefully not in their hand, but we will see. Alright, so opponent leads on Volk Go. Wow, okay, what's this? Return. Okay, so they return this to my hand. Right. Okay. I draw. This means that next turn I can redeploy it. But they do get one turn of, like, doing stuff. I've not seen this card before. Kiora's Dismissal. Strive. So they can, like, strive. What's the ability I'm thinking? Replicate. They can, like, copy it by paying blue. Let's see how nuts they can go. I think I might be interested in casting. I don't know. Like, I don't want to daze here, right? So I have to draw force plus blue card. I think I'm just going to let this resolve, actually. Well, bridge and faithless looting. So no dredger. Another red mana. Another faithless looting. So they obviously don't have a dredger in hand. So if there's not a dredger in the top two cards, then it's pretty good for us. If there is, it's not so good, but we might still. They find one dredger, right? This is dredge 4. They have a bridge, but we are gonna have another Leyline next turn. Let's brainstorm end of turn because I kind of want to maybe shuffle something here. Oh, there's also Doomsday. So I mean, no, I don't think we can Doomsday here because if they find the Colosseum here, then we're kind of in trouble. Okay, let's put back the One Ring, and or rather, let's put back a Leyline and the One Ring, and we'll draw the Leyline, or the One Ring. I mean, I'm gonna fetch Bayou here and redeploy my Leyline of the Void. Wow, all these options with a Dark Ritual, and I'm casting a Leyline of the Void. I must really believe in that card. If they just have another one of those Kiora's Dismissals, that's a problem. Wow, and look at that. We would have been dead. I mean, I don't know how aggro we can get with the One Ring. Basically, right now, we are looking to win with... did I board out all my Teferis? I believe I did. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know. Well, we can deploy the One Ring. We can always play the second one and like reset it so that we don't like keep bleeding life here. But we are kind of looking at trying to find one of our 2 copies of Orcish Bowmasters and ride them to victory, which is not insanely comforting. We also have 1 Street Wraith. Yeah, goddamn Cephalic Coliseum. Like, if they ever tap it, I mean, okay, and they just need 1 blue. Okay. Once we get to untap with this Veil of Summer, we also have Veil for the Kiora's Dismissal. How about a Bowmasters? Or a Street Wraith? Okay. Okay, I can dig it. So now we just need to find some mana. That's not mana. Alright, pass. So they could also start like flashing back Faithless Looting here, and they are doing that. Okay. Now the Colosseum is tapped, so I need to find like 1 black mana. Okay, but they concede. They yeah, I don't think they realized that we were so sort of like held back by their Cephalic Coliseum as we were. All right, cool. Positive record. I'll take that. All right, so I don't know how psyched I felt about the Leylines or the Triumph. which are like the two things I was testing out here. Leyline's obviously paid off big in the final match versus Dredge, so maybe that's fair enough. Like we had them versus the black green reanimator deck, and we just the World Gorger deck, and we just never saw them in game three. But we beat those decks anyways, and then we lost two of the three sort of mono red Broadside Bombardiers Stompy decks. And I think it's worth mentioning that we were on the draw in all those three, and I think play draw really matters in those types of matchups. Um, they are quite losable, but they are also somewhat winnable. So I don't know. Like I felt like my losses were maybe more emphatic than my win, but it's hard to really say too much based on that little sort of empirical, evidence, whatever. But I don't know. Like I yeah, I'm unsure about the ley lines. Truth be told, I just don't really like. I've never really liked what those cards do to the game and to your sort of incentives to mulligan and stuff. But you can't deny that versus some strategies they are incredibly potent. All right, so I think that's probably it. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back with some more Legacy. Bye bye.